So this intro is just for Vince McMahon. I have to wait for the intro to play out. I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. Ain't it sad? And still there never seems to be a single penny left for me. That's too bad. In my dreams, I have a plan. If I got me Vince McMahon, I wouldn't have to work at all. I'd fool around and have a ball. Money, money, money. Must be funny in a McMahon world. Money, money, money. Always sunny in a McMahon world. All the things I could do if I had a little money. It's Vince McMahon's world. So, real funny thing happened. I hate everything.
What else is new?
What's new?
That's what the news segment is for, isn't it?
That's what the mask is. New ABBA album dropped. Yeah.
I haven't had the chance to listen to it yet. I was
Me neither,
last night crying over 30.
I've still managed to buy a CD copy of it, but that's not for me. So let's do the news.
No. Transition.
Okay.
All right, news time. Don't know if this first story kind of flew under the radar. I don't know if you guys follow Sean Ross Sapp on Twitter. I don't know, but
I have tweet notifications on for the guy. Woe is me.
In one of his live streams the other night, you might have noticed. Covering, the Fed releases 8 more people because why the hell not?
Why not? I mean,
why not? So these are the people released. Just give me your John Morrison. I guess you could have seen it coming because they released Taya Valkyrie last week.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it just sucks.
They released the dog?
No, the dog is still employed.
Okay.
The dog is the new GM.
Yeah. William Regal are keeping the territory under control. So that happened. Hit Row.
Yeah, that was coming, wasn't it?
Why'd you say
that? I was surprised. I thought they were just going to release B-Fab, call it good, never talk about her again. And then just all the rest of them.
It's kind of difficult to brush over her when her voice is in the theme song.
Hey guys, Hit Row. More like Cringe Row.
More like L Row. Am I right?
It's it's very sad because I saw the tweet that resurfaced when Hit Row had that shirt that sold out, and then Ashanti, the Adonis, retweeted it and was like, in quotes, was like, oh, they're just going to be jobbers. Oh, Vince is going to cut them in 2 weeks. And he's like, oh, keep the hate coming. It only fuels us.
And then Vince cuts them in 3 weeks.
Well, I feel bad for Ashanti and I feel bad for Swerve. I don't really feel bad for the other one because he kind of seemed like a dickhead, and I just don't. Yeah. I don't care. And I know we've all seen these reports of like, oh, Bray Wyatt was difficult, Keith Lee was difficult. Well, a report came out that people did not like him backstage, and I can probably trust that one to be true.
Yeah.
Because he just seemed annoying.
That whole thing with Jinder Mahal, that fucking diss track, like, I'm not surprised that he got released.
What?
And then
What did I miss?
Oh my god, you didn't see that?
he
No.
posted
What did I miss?
he posted this diss track on Gender on Twitter, and like apparently Gender was fine with it, but it was very bad and like kind of
Racist.
yeah.
Oh.
Because he used this fuck, I don't know like what the name of the song is, but if you've ever seen a meme where it's centered around like an Indian person,
Oh,
like
the
it
ding a
uses
ding a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding.
yes,
Yeah,
that
one.
one.
Yeah.
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 Yes, that. Thank you for recreating it.
You're more than welcome anytime.
Yeah, that was the beat that he was
just be
rapping
glad
on.
they didn't break out the kazoo.
Uh,
Oh Jesus.
yeah, so that happened. Yeah, I don't know. Cringe row. Tegan Knox.
That
Cringe
one surprised me.
row.
Yeah, I like I get maybe why they would have done this a while back because she tore ACL like 3 times, but she's like healthy now, so I don't know why they would. It just seems like they never knew what to do with her, and instead of trying to figure something out, they just gave up.
Yeah.
Because she was in the tag team with Shotzi, and then she got drafted to Raw and never was on TV. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Uh, Shane Thorne.
Hmm. We can just hear the scream from Chris miles away.
Uh, he's pissed. It's because he commented on one of his posts. That's why Vince cut him.
Yeah.
Don't
Talk, he
support other fucking
competed.
promotions.
uh, Drake Maverick
Again?
again.
Again.
2 whole times. Why? You've got to think. I mean, the first time, fool me once. But twice. Yeah, you got to think maybe they got to go for the hat trick, right?
Well, when they brought him back the first time, I kind of thought it was a work, but apparently it wasn't. So I don't.
Yeah, it was just because people got very upset on Twitter for some reason, like it
But
wasn't expected.
he made he made another video like he did the first time, and it was he'd probably go back to Impact or something and be
Rockstar Spud.
and then the the last one, and it's our favorite, our boy Jackson Riker.
Woo! That's what I like to see.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't celebrate somebody losing their job, but they cut the other 2 Forgotten Sons before him. Fuck him. I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He had this coming forever ago, so fuck him.
yeah,
And
I'm happy about that one.
that's the releases. So, and a thing came out that said,
Gay.
yeah, that at some
A good
level,
fucking thing.
at some level in the company, they thought that the last week's releases were going to be the last ones of the year, and these were kind of like not expected. So we still got like a
It
month.
feels kind of unexpected from my point of view because usually with like Sean Ross Sapp, you get like a day's notice with him. He'll be like, "Oh, some release is coming tomorrow," and you're like, "Oh well, at least I'll know to expect to never see my favorite on TV again." But then with this one, he was like, "Just heard there's some releases coming," and then 30 seconds later, he was
And
like,
No, yeah.
and then
That
all of them were in one tweet.
I
"Yeah,
know. Yeah. And it's usually done like in the afternoon. And for me it was late at night. It was fucking dark out. Like
Oh
I was
yeah,
about to go to bed and it was like, "Oh, guess what? Releases what the fuck?"
yeah." It was like the middle of the night here. I think was it?
yeah.
I don't remember.
It was
It's all
two
very hazy.
over there.
I think we need to take all this time to acknowledge that Daniel woke up because he got a tweet notification from Sean Ross Sapp.
I didn't.
Failure.
I didn't. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb almost all the time. It's your
for
fault,
the
by the way.
except for the great new IGWC chat. We love.
Yeah.
Uh, this news bit is just for any assorted Becky or Charlotte news that you want to bring up because I cannot be asked to try and bring it all together.
She went on the MMA hour.
She did.
And she was like, I'm not doing the accent. Yeah, I watch AEW.
No,
No, they're not competition.
that's a different. I was gonna put that in a different bit, but okay.
Oh, that was you said Becky. I was going with that, but that's yeah. That's yeah. Apparently, they're not competition according to the man.
No.
I don't know if I said this on last week's, but I'll say it again because I don't remember. But the Fed is planning a controversial finish to the match. Like,
what was it? Similar to the Montreal screw job, I think was the words I heard.
Yep, those are the words that I was about to say.
I cannot wait for that. I'm just so glad that I get to watch it with like a friend in real life, so I'll have that in the room experience of witnessing the Montreal screw job for the second time round and laughing for 10 minutes.
Third, don't forget Charlotte and Natalia.
Oh Christ, yeah, they did do that, didn't they? Oh.
So I mean, yeah, I think my thought on this is that when the first thing happened on SmackDown, I think that to an extent was real. I think everything since then has been a work because they are saying all this shit that they would not say.
No, well, I got a notification from Bestie SRS earlier that said it was a link to a Fightful Select thing. So I'm not using that paywall. But basically saying that there is still like a lot of heat between the two of them. So
I would assume that there is some level of like animosity, but at the same time, don't you think it's odd how many interviews that the both of them are doing right now, and how in every one they say some shit about the other one? Like,
it's just like real life. I don't know what's real and what's a bit.
It's not real. It's not real. It maybe was at the beginning. It's not real. Like it's whatever.
It has gone a bit far.
I don't
shambles regardless.
Yeah, Lana's having a horrible time about this. And then the whole Becky. I mean, I don't really care about the. I mean,
honestly, that clip that's making the rounds of Becky from the No, it wasn't the MMA hours. The build to her match with Charlotte, and where it's like, what's the first thing you think of when you hear the name Charlotte Flair? And she's just bitch.
Yeah, I thought that was quite funny.
Who the hell told you it was open mic night, bitch?
For shoot, brother.
Yeah.
All right, next story. WB are apparently trying super duper hard to keep Johnny Gargano because his contract expires in like 2 or 3 weeks, and he has re-signed. So they're in negotiations, but Gargano hasn't re-signed. So he has.
Oh boy,
he's in that North American triple threat in a few days on NXT, and if he doesn't resign, that could very well be his last match in WWE.
Wow.
And we thought NXT was already in the mud.
Well,
imagine what happens when they lose fucking Gargano.
If Gargano loses, I think if Gargano's not there anymore, I think they're just really driving that stake all the way in the ground. I think they're like, now we already know my opinions on NXT. I don't ever want to watch an NXT show again. But
come on, man. Am I the only person that likes NXT? Like right now,
it's entirely possible. I mean, oh god!
Did you just?
I realized it as it was leaving my mouth.
And this is coming from me, who gave Raw like a 1 this week
because it deserved it.
Yeah, like I enjoy NXT for the most part.
No, I don't. I've become what the Twitter nerds refer to as, I believe, an AEW sexual.
Wow.
So remember when it used to only go up to 5 stars, and then he realized that he overused that far too much, and it didn't mean anything anymore?
Honestly, it would have been 6 if it was at the Tokyo Dome.
Hey, you remember how he didn't give WB a 5-star for like 10 years or some shit? Like he does that. And then, because Dave is such a fucking dick rider for whatever the most popular boy company is, because he was like, I only give 5 stars to fucking New Japan in the 2000s, and then New Japan got popular with all the white boys from America. So then they were, and then he was like, oh my god, Omega 7 stars, but then New Japan, all the Americans left, so now he likes AEW, and then fuck New Japan. Like these, I don't give a fuck about Dave Meltzer.
And then there was that period when NXT was really big, and they got like 4 or 5 5-star matches,
and then
he just forgot about them when AEW happened.
He gave an NXT like television tag match 5 stars. It was like the Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain on TV. He gave it 5 stars.
It's like sometimes I feel like these people, you know, your Dave Meltzers and your other ones,
Chop shows and
and your Chop Block shows and your Brian Alvarez's,
all the same.
They're all the same. I feel like I don't understand why people give so much merit to their ratings. They're like arbitrary, came from the dome top ratings of NXT. Sorry, not Chop. I don't want to be Chop here. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give Orange Cassidy versus like fucking
Matt Hardy in the lumberjack match
8 stars. Oh.
Yeah, I don't care. Next story. This one's gonna be sad for Atlanta. Kenneth Omega is taking time off for multiple surgeries, and his goal is to be back by the beginning of February.
No. I don't want him to come back in February. I want him to take as long as he fucking needs to.
Yeah.
I went how long without Becky Lynch on my fucking screen? I think I can survive if he takes longer than February to come back. Like, if he comes back the week with my birthday, I'm pretty sure that my birthday is gonna... What day is my birthday gonna be this year? Let me look. Hang on.
Something you should know.
Hang on.
It doesn't change from year to year, Lana.
What day is my birthday this year? The same as last year?
I hate you guys.
Moved 2 months. What the fuck?
Wait, it's in June now? What happened?
Fucking budget cuts, kid. Sorry. To cut your birthday.
Sorry, brother. March was too expensive. You're in September now. It's
funny because my half birthday's on September 11th.
Oh, yeah, remember the national tragedy that took place on that day?
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Trauma. Anyways, my birthday's gonna be on a Friday. Imagine he comes back on Rampage, or fuck, even Dynamite. It's a 2-day early birthday present. I mean, I'd like for it to happen then. It probably won't. I want that man to, like, just not come back, just recuperate for a little bit longer. Because you gotta think, how far away are we from February? Because it's mid-November right now. December, January, February. That is 3 months to recover from multiple surgeries. Are you fucking high, Kenny?
Well, he also said that he's been wrestling with vertigo since 2018, which is bad. Calm down, Kenneth. Stop.
Please.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like get some medication for that. Like that.
Regardless, we here at the CTE send our love and positive energy once again to Kenny Omega as he takes some time off to get these surgeries, recover, recuperate. Yeah.
Well, also interesting about this is that we may have forgotten, but he's still the AAA champion. And
yeah, he's got that match against.
Well, apparently it's been called off. Like they're just not.
So what, is he still champion, or are they gonna strip him of the belt? Or
700 and something fucking days in counting, baby. That's
AAA doesn't give a shit.
Have they ever?
No, they have not. So that's the deal with Kenneth. Yeah, and I think it will be interesting because on Dynamite they had Adam Cole kind of like take over for him, and I think it'll be interesting, especially when he comes back, to see what happens.
Oh, that was a cool thing when like he had the, what the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, he was talking to like the Young Bucks, and Adam Cole said, "Oh, don't worry, we'll like hold down the fort," and he was like, "Oh, I wasn't talking to you." I thought
there's already cool. That animosity. And Kenny said he hasn't watched the match back yet, so he doesn't know that Matt was nodding at Hangman.
Yeah, very, very, very fun.
It's gonna be exciting.
So, yeah. By the way, we're not even halfway through the news.
Oh boy.
In another health-related story, but not one that'll make you feel as bad. Ric Flair has made no, it's not about him. He's made a vague claim that Hulk Hogan is suffering from, quote, really bad health issues. See my Jackson Riker comment from earlier, and that is all I have to say about this.
Amen, brother.
Is racism a diagnosable health issue?
It depends on what state you're in.
Let's just say, for the sake of the argument, I'm in a permanent state of dread.
For the sake of the argument, I am Hulk Hogan.
I am 1776.
I'm liberal. Oh man.
Anyways.
Oh, Alex Jones. What a scamp.
From one Hogan to the other, Kiera Hogan. I don't know if Hogan would approve, but whatever. Kiera Hogan said that she believes she's getting lost in the AEW women's division.
There's an AEW women's division?
That's fair. Well, it's not that. I think they have a really good women's division. It's just the issue they've had for a long time.
It's just there's so much of it.
Well, yeah, it's that they have one women's match on every card, and they have Britt Baker cut a promo on every card, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, which, I mean, I like the TBS tournament they're doing, but at the same time, it's like some of the lower card members of their women's division they're only on Dark or Dark Elevation or whatever. Like, they're never on TV. Like, Hikaru Shida wasn't on TV for like months after she lost the title.
Mm-hmm.
So they could probably get better at that. But planning wise for AEW, Tony Khan he said he planned out the first 4 world champions from the very beginning, having it being Jericho, Moxley, Omega, Hangman.
I saw someone on Twitter say that all of like the first I guess 2 years of AEW was like season 1 or something, and that was like the first era of AEW, and we're now in like the second era of AEW. And I don't really see it personally, but it's a nice thing to draw, I guess. It's a half decent idea that like now we're in a new era of AEW.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah,
it's interesting because, like, assuming that's true, it's kind of crazy how much he would have had to have worked around in 2 years. Because if you told somebody 2 years ago that like Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan and all these guys would be in AEW, it's kind of crazy that he's worked around that to that extent. So, kind of interesting. Another AEW voice, CM Punk, he made the claim that casual wrestling fans don't exist anymore. I kind of think he has a point.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it myself, like now, because I haven't thought about that before. I think he's right.
Because if you because obviously wrestling's not like mainstream popular and hasn't been in a long time.
It's been like 20 years since wrestling
Yeah,
was mainstream popular.
But
Yeah.
could you seriously think of somebody that like casually tunes into Raw every week? Like,
No.
do you
Every
think that
week,
person exists?
my auntie watches Raw once like 2 months.
So she's the only one. She's the
Yeah,
one.
she's the single casual fan in the world.
Auntie of Kings 1981.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the official title.
That's her full name.
I need to whip out the government name. Jeez, Lana.
I mean, I think he has a point, but it is kind of an interesting thought of whether
Yeah,
or not.
he is right. I don't really think there's casual fans.
What do you think there ever will be? Like again?
No.
Maybe.
I think it would take a lot of things to happen for
Yeah.
that.
If they can find a way
I'd say no.
to make wrestling appealing to the Christ, I'm gonna sound like I'm 70 to the current generation, right? In the same way that Raw was appealing to the generation in like 2001. And they had Stone Cold coming out and flipping everyone off. It's like, oh, that was edgy and cool, and that's what the kids wanted. Kids don't want that anymore. They still want edgy, but it's a different kind of edgy that I don't think the USA Network would approve of.
They want gay people. That's all they want. They want the liberals.
I mean, hey, guess what?
The water and making the frogs gay.
Well, if you're trying to get the liberals to watch, I think you should make every world champion a gay man.
You know what?
Even the women's champion, I think.
You know what I think would help bring casual wrestling fans in? I'm getting to that, actually. Should we get a Golden Lovers reunion? I think that might spike viewership.
Yes, just
I'm just saying. Just because it's gay. Extremely. Mega.
Oh. Speaking of mega gay, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is said he is on the final run of his career.
Oh, what the fuck?
I mean, that's fair. Quit while you're ahead. Don't like Ric Flair yourself.
You know. So I hope we do get that Lesnar match before he
is getting on a bit, but I think it's like fair that he quits while he's still in good health.
Oh yeah, because if he fucking holds on forever, then you know.
Yeah, don't like Ric Flair yourself while you're wrestling when you're like 90.
Well, I didn't put this in the news, but he did say in an interview that he thinks he could still work a match.
It reminds me of that segment we got on AEW this week with Tully and Arn.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to mention. Even though we'll touch on it in the recap, I think it's like horrid that they're teasing that. Maybe it's just me that doesn't want to see wrestle.
No, I don't think they're actually going to have a match. I think they're just going to have an old.
But the constant teasing of it, it feels like they want to do it, which terrifies me.
Surely they wouldn't.
You'd like to think so, right? Right?
Right.
Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard wouldn't have a match in 2021, right?
Right.
They'll have it in 2022.
Well, in unfortunate news, and this is maybe the worst news of the whole list.
All right.
Apparently, NXT have scrapped the spooky ghost bitch character.
No.
Now they haven't released the woman that's been playing it, but apparently they're done. The spooky ghost bitch.
Oh, my day is ruined. I'm never gonna recover.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Yeah,
my day is ruined.
I just never. It's hard having a supernatural gimmick, really, because that person either has to be barely wrestling or like the world champion. Like there's no middle ground, and that was the issue they had with the Fiend. Is that
that's what I was just about to say. That was the problem with Wyatt. I think the supernatural scary guy thing worked when it was like the Undertaker.
Yeah, and
because he was like 9 feet tall and terrifying and never lost.
Yeah,
But when you have Bray Wyatt at and his supernatural thing is using like flashy lights, and he's got a spooky mask, and then he loses to Goldberg.
He's wrestling Kevin Owens SmackDown, like.
If you're gonna have him lose, by like technical knockout to Seth Rollins, I think you've killed the character there.
Don't even bring that shit up. Oh my god.
It was a referee stoppage, guys. Haha! As if Rollins wasn't hit on the head by a hammer 4 times the size mere moments earlier.
I was a fan of wrestling.
Look, I'm still angry about this, right? This was like 2 years ago. It still annoys me. I get nightmares about the Fiend getting like knocked out by Seth. Ah!
You know how bad it was. That
you
happened. That happened. Started our accounts.
Oh my god. You really. I was a fan for about a year, and I didn't know a lot, but I knew like what the fuck was that, and I just remember the absolute hellstorm that was just the entire internet after that happened. It was really like you had to be there.
King of Kings 1981 has returned.
Yeah, it was.
You were gone?
Oh.
That was mean. I'm sorry.
Right in the heart.
10 minutes on.
Ow.
Saray has returned to Japan for unknown reasons, but she will be back soon.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why she's gone, but I just wish they would, do something with her.
Yeah. That feels more and more unlikely by the day. I feel like she might be on the next list of.
Yeah, I feel bad for her. Speaking of NXT, NXT could be becoming a TV 14 product soon enough.
I mean, what can you get away with on TV 14?
I think you can say shit and show more women.
Oh.
See AEW Dynamite.
I might watch NXT.
Tony, oh my god. Yeah, Tony can actually kill people on TV.
Yeah, what rating was The Sopranos? Can we have Tony come out every week and just whack someone?
NXT comes out next week, TVMA. But it's only for 1 week.
Yeah. I think
just never
before they're gonna do like a big release spree, I think the last episode before the releases, Tony D'Angelo should go through the roster and whack every single person that's gonna get released.
It's like, oh hey,
the last scene of the show should be him like kicking some bodies into a harbor, and then the next day they'll get released.
Yeah, and then at the end of the show he just goes, forget about it.
Then just immediate cut to black, and then you just hear like a really shitty karaoke version of the song.
Every single episode where he does that, he just goes, forget about him, and then Don't Stop Believing by Journey plays, and then it cuts to black. Don't stop. And then that's it every weekend.
And then they play the final countdown.
That was a joke for Jabroni Raviolis there. I hope he gets it. Oh, no.
Do we have any thoughts on the 2K22 trailer?
It's already outdated, isn't it?
I mean, do we?
The trailer just came out and the game's already out of date.
You guys like Buddy Murphy while he's in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually hope for like having some released people in the game if Buddy Murphy's in the trailer.
It's just a bit concerning that Seth and Murphy was a thing in that trailer, and that is very out of date. Like
I said it in chat the other day, but I feel like every time you play that game, you're gonna.
right? Warhorse tweets in his signature all caps, WWE backwards is ew. He gets he gets a reply from Chris J _Green, who says, "Who the fuck are you?" Warhorse quote tweets it, says, "Better question, what the fuck does this even mean?" And it is a tweet from Chris Green's account that says, "Y'all all complain about wrestlers being cut, but fact is simple. If Biden don't wake up, there will be a woman president."
I don't even think a woman president is the concerning part. I think the part that the woman president is Kamala Harris, I think is the particularly scary part. I can explain my distaste for Kamala Harris in the one phrase, and it's that I would rather it was Hillary.
Wow, that is saying something.
Bold take from the European over there.
That's a hot take from me.
Very.
Like it affects you in any sort of way.
Hey, you're the most powerful country in the world that isn't China or Russia. I think it affects everyone. All right. I mean, if you go to war, we're gonna have to back up for you, right?
Yo, we had to back up for you.
How
about what's the next fucking thing? Oh yeah, actually, perfect segue.
Oh no,
Peacock is launched in the UK.
No. Oh
my God. Like a demon just came out right there.
Oh, I really hope Coco tears apart one of your fucking guitar strings because of that. That hurt my ears.
I think she's out actually. That's wow. I mean, what's on Peacock? Is there anything like good? I scrolled through the UI on it the other day because it's like free if you have Sky TV. So I was scrolling through it and there was like I saw Young Rock.
Yeah, it's NBC stuff.
I saw they had Goodfellas, which I mean.
Oh, you know what they do have up there? Every episode of Monday Night Raw, unless you check, every year.
They have. They still have the network here. Don't worry about that. For now, Touchwood.
Whoa.
Oh, that's not a thing in there, and on that side of the pond, is it?
No, we don't say that. That just sounds good.
Well. What's the next topic?
Yeah, these are the last two, and they're both kind of funny memes that I like to throw in at the end here.
Haha, funny.
So these are both claims made by Mark Calloway. Two separate claims, but they're both equally hilarious. The first one is that he said that he thought about joining the UFC 15 years ago. Just to point out to you guys, 15 years ago, The Undertaker was 41 years old. And he would have died.
41 is... Who's 41?
AJ Styles.
No, in the UFC thingy. The guy who won the belt a couple weeks ago.
Glover Teixeira.
Yeah, Glover Teixeira. I mean, he could have done all right.
Yeah, well, Glover has been fighting for like 20 years, and well, no, to be fair, The Undertaker is the best pure striker in the WWE. So
yeah, this is the thing. Glover Teixeira doesn't wear a cool jacket.
Yeah, does Glover know how to fucking put on a Hell's Gate? I don't think so.
Can Glover Teixeira go old school on the top rope? I don't think so.
I bet he fucking can.
Can he do a last ride?
He fucking hit Can he do that thing where he goes backwards up on the ropes and does a backflip out of the ring? I don't think so.
Can Glover Teixeira go on the Joe Rogan podcast and say that he thinks modern wrestling sucks and it was better when everyone used to bring out switchblades and cocaine?
Yeah, he could maybe say that. That's
he could probably do that. Yeah.
The second claim made by Mean Mark, which is just very funny as well, is that this is an honest statement from him, and I want you to remember that all these releases happened this year. And think about everybody that got
Oh
released
no.
this year. The Undertaker believes that Michelle McCool is one of the most underutilized talents of all time. Now, I would wonder why you would say this, because I don't think Taker has any relation to Michelle McCool. Maybe he's just a big fan of like Lay Cool.
Yeah, maybe he loved Lay Cool.
He's a big fan of that feud there with Mickey James. That was
maybe the Undertaker, like me, is a massive fan of the time that Lay Cool split the Divas belt in half.
It was the women's belt. It wasn't the Divas.
Was it? Was it? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, right at the end of the women's belt, because I think one of them
Of
retired.
course, it was. Yeah, my bad.
In that brief period where they had 2 women's titles in like 2010. Yeah, Michelle McCool she was average for the time and has not gotten any better since in those Rumble matches. So that's all I have to say about her. And funnily enough, if we want to talk about the women's Rumble, I believe, and I may be off a few, but I think there's only 19 women on the main roster right now. So they could not fill a Rumble if they wanted to with just main roster talent.
As one jabroni raviolis would say, the Fed is dead.
Yeah, well, that's not even counting the 2 champions, so that's only 17. So assuming that everyone on the main roster is in the match aside from the 2 champions, they'd still have to bring up most of the NXT women's division to get in that thing.
Yay!
Oh, that's a cool picture. Sorry, I'm scrolling through Twitter to try and forget my life. I think the one useful thing about going on Twitter,
the one thing.
Well, going on Twitter today is the single useful thing about the Rittenhouse thing, is that it's helping me know who I should unfollow. I'm just scrolling through and it's like, oh, you were supporting him, huh? Yeah, goodbye, brother. Adios, mi amigo.
Fun times all around.
Yeah.
Well, that's the news.
Time for the recap, I guess.
I guess.
Oh Christ! Have you seen Ben Shapiro's Twitter?
All right, yeah, we are
picture?
off to
Yeah,
the
let's
recap.
move on. Let's move on.
Trend.
So we're doing the recap now, and if you guys don't follow the antics of One Chop Block Show, you may not know that I went to SmackDown and I went to Dynamite because I don't know, but I went to both of them.
You know what the old saying is? When in Norfolk, Virginia, you know.
Virginia is for lovers.
I do not know why our good friend Jabroni Raviolis has such an obsession with the city of Norfolk, Virginia, but apparently he just is a big fan. So,
No. Apparently, 2K22 is gonna have microtransactions.
Yeah, we
NFT.
No, I think it's more like they're gonna want you to pay for like being able to pay the game. You know.
Yeah, wasn't that the thing?
Fuck.
Like, wouldn't they have you pay for certain shit in the game anyway?
Well, the thing was like you could earn, what was it? It was called like VC or something. Yeah, it was the Viet Cong. Everyone. It was called like VC, and then it was in the trees.
Oh my god!
And it was, and you earned it from like having matches and stuff, and then you could spend it on like The Rock in a cool shirt or something.
Yeah.
You could spend it on The Rock in his $1,000 shirt, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I think that was one of the unlockable characters.
Yeah, it was.
Or if you paid for the like $90 version of the game, you just got all anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I went to SmackDown.
Oh yeah, how was SmackDown?
I had a good time. They did 2 dark matches before the show, which was the Viking Raiders beating Carmelo and Trick, which was fun. I got to see some NXT people. And Dakota Kai defeated Cora Jade in a match that definitely happened. And the show itself it was fun. It was kind of, not anything remarkable for a SmackDown, but I got to see some cool people, and it was overall a good time. And then after the show, Charlotte and Sasha did a championship contenders match because I was there apparently, and that was what the whole reasoning for that. And it was
just to spite you.
Yeah, they were just select. Yeah, they knew I was in attendance, and they had to break that one out. But it was.
You got to see Jeff Hardy though. That's cool.
That was very fun, and I saw Shinsuke, and that was cool. I got to see Big Roman. That was fun. It was
what the fuck did you call
him? Big Roman.
As opposed to Little Roman.
Yes, as the Usos, Little Roman. But it was actually funny because during the commercials, all they would do is show you like propaganda for like the company and like advertise like the merch stands. But they did do some stuff during the breaks, which was like they would do like sometimes like sports events they do like, oh, here's the whatever cam, and they just show people in the crowd. So they did it for like, oh, the like sign cam or like shit. Like they did a few of those, and they did this thing called the McAfee Minute, where Pat McAfee just talked to the crowd for a minute, which was fun because he did a little bit about how he couldn't say Norfolk because it sounds like fuck, so he couldn't say it. But and also he did some plug for Tribute to the Troops. I don't know why, but that was what it was.
What was I going to say? I've never been to WWE TV, but the house shows I've been to, they always tried to make it seem like it was an episode of Raw or something. Yeah. It was weird. I never quite got into that.
Yeah, it was
strange.
It was like a fun show, but at the same time, it felt like not empty, but it felt kind of like there was no. I feel like I was watching like a product in front of me. Like it wasn't like a wrestling show. It was like a TV event that I was watching, It was weird. Like I had fun.
It was less like being at a live event and more like sitting in front of a really good 3D TV.
Kinda, yeah. Like
having a fucking old VR headset on.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I had fun, but it was kind of
damn, this new Oculus Rift is good.
What was the white woman review of SmackDown?
She had a very fun time because she had never been to a wrestling show before, so she was having a good time. She liked Pat McAfee yelling a lot. That was fun. And for some odd reason, I don't know if anyone has any explanation for this, she seems to like Rick Boogs, which I was not a fan of that. I didn't like that. So I just looked at her in shame during that entire thing.
Rick Boogs is great.
I do not like Boogs anymore. Maybe I did for a minute, but his shtick is old, and I do not care anymore.
Chop, just to spite you, I'm gonna go buy one of the shirts.
Yeah, fun fact, they sold out.
Did they?
Yes, every size except for like 2 and 3XL, I think, because he posted it on Instagram.
Oh.
He's like, oh, thanks.
Shop.wwe.com.
So that is, I had a good time. Does anyone want to talk about anything from Raw or NXT?
Can we talk about Full Gear?
I'll talk about Full Gear. I'll do that.
I never get to do anything.
Let Lana do it.
It's the last AEW pay-per-view.
Let Lana do it.
So I bragged.
Hold on, if you want to buy a Rick Boogs shirt, you're in luck if you're a size small or a size 4XL.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fortunately, I'm a medium, so.
I am a 4XL. Let's go.
I am the table.
No, like a medium and a stretch.
So, Saturday, November 13th, 2021, AEW Full Gear.
Did you take
2021.
notes in the cinema?
No.
Sorry, the theater.
I'm reading the Chop review just so I know like the sequence of the matches because I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah, went to saw it in theaters. Yeah.
Yes, I do recommend it. It's quite the environment. It was very fun, and so so the buy-in was Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rose and Hikaru Shida. That was pretty good. I thought it was a decent match. Thunder Rose and Hikaru Shida ended up winning. There was this really funny spot. I mean, no, that was on Dynamite. Never mind. But yeah, that was a good match. And the first match of the main card was MJF and Darby Allin.
Yeah, at least they put that on first.
I enjoyed it. I think it was really cool.
MJF
it was a fun enough match.
No, it was. It was really good, and I really hate to give those two fucking stains on human life.
What kind of stains?
I hate to give them their flowers, but they kind of deserve it, because MJF was kind of saying in his promo this week, like, much as you hate me, you have to admit that I'm one of the best right now. And
that
I'm like,
promo was quite good as well.
No, it was. I was like, dude, I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I'm still gonna hate your fucking guts for the rest of my life. And I wasn't expecting MJF to win, but he did. So I was like, okay.
Scarf fucker, as he was referred to.
Yeah. Scarf fucker. His outfit was fucking horrendous. The next match was the Lucha Fellas, as Chop put it, versus FTR.
That was Lucha Fellas.
Those Lucha Fellas. But this was a good match too. It like a lot of the matches on this card had a weird finish, including this one, but this was still like a good match nonetheless. There's this really funny part where I don't know where he came from, but Rey Fenix just kind of like flew in. He just kind of like hopped down from the top rope, and it looked like he just fucking got dropped in, all cartoonish and shit.
Yeah,
that was funny as fuck. Another one with a weird finish. Daniel Bryanson versus Miro.
Daniel Bryanson.
That was a good match. Yes, it was technical, but the finish was so weird because he tried to go for like some sort of like superplex bullshit, and then just Miro just kind of like dead fished it.
Yeah,
and it was so weird. But I was expecting Miro to win, even though I picked Danielson for the predictions. Like once the match started, I was like, "Oh fuck, Miro's winning this, isn't he?"
Figure out who won that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you do that while
And then it was the Falls Count Anywhere, Super Click versus Jurassic Express. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was a good match, but I was kind of hoping that would be the end of that, and I guess it isn't. And I'm just tired of this feud.
Yeah. The Super Click wore black and pink gear.
That was something.
It was quite good.
Why did you like any reason?
Next match.
Yeah.
No, but that match was so good. Like all the spots, like all the near falls. It was like, oh my god! It was just, ooh, wow! It was amazing. And then
I don't think those were the sounds I was making while watching the match.
Oh,
sus.
Oh my.
But
what a maneuver!
It's like Michael Cole when he's having sex with his wife.
Vintage Cole! Vintage Cole!
The next match was the
Vintage Orton.
Vintage Orton! Guess what? Bad!
Leg, damn it!
Vintage Kalisto! Lucha things! God damn it, whoa!
So this next match was Pac and Cody Rhodes versus Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black. When Cody
I think you misspoke. It's Cody, champion of all races, Rhodes.
No, because
whole title.
It was so funny. So in the theater, when he, like, you know how in his entrance he rises up out of the stage and he was wearing the Homelander gear again. So everybody was kind of quiet, like nobody was cheering for Cody in the theater because it's fucking Cody. And I just kind of yelled in the theater. I was like, "Come on, Homelander!" And everybody was laughing, and I was very proud of myself.
That was funny. Yeah, good.
It was very, very funny. Cody and Pac won that. Pac got the pin. Like every single time Cody was tagged in, just boos. I feel bad for him a little bit, but not a lot of it, but a significant amount. Okay.
He should not have beaten Malachi Black.
I mean, Malachi still won the feud. So next match was
Still feud.
Britt Baker versus Ty Conti for the AEW Women's Championship. Good match again, but this one again had a weird finish. It was just a fucking roll up, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot of Britt's matches tend to have weird finishes. Like, it doesn't help that her finisher is shit anyway, but
I was gonna say, like, this match kind of started having me agree with that sentiment about how the lockjaw is just weird.
It's just like,
God damn it!
Go ahead.
What?
What? You couldn't find your Kalisto clip?
No.
And then the next match.
I think I've just seen who won.
God, the next match: CM Punk and Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, that was.
It was shorter than I wanted it to be. Yeah, I feel like another one of the earlier matches went long, so they had to cut that one.
Yeah, well, the weird.
I feel like that's the only.
I liked the match, but like you said, I thought it would be longer, and judging by what happened on Dynamite and whatever, like apparently it's just over, which I thought this would be like a longer thing, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll revisit it. Maybe
Hopefully.
when Moxley comes back, maybe they'll revisit it then. But at the same time, like, you know, I kind of wish it wasn't just like 3 weeks or whatever it was.
There was this really funny GIF that started making the rounds on Twitter of Punk making his entrance. He was wearing shorts, by the way. They looked amazing. So he was walking down, then it was a cut to Eddie's face. He just had this absolute just devilish smile on his face. It was so fucking funny. And good. I can relate to you, Edward. I can relate to you. And then it was the Minneapolis street fight. Somebody fucking kill me. So yeah, it was.
Boo.
Dan Lambert got his ass beat, and that was funny. And Chris Jericho did a frog splash on him to win the match, because it was also the anniversary of Eddie Guerrero's passing, so there were a lot of tributes to him throughout the show, and I thought that was magnificent.
Was it his passing, or was it the anniversary of the anniversary show?
His passing, I believe.
Was it? I thought it was the day before. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice tribute, but Jericho, please.
Oh, it was in the same arena as the anniversary show. That's why. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish Jericho would not do a frog splash again because he's old.
Yeah.
And then, before the main event, there was a segment. So they announced Orange Cassidy's tag partner because, you know, they're members of Chaos now, right? So Orange Cassidy's partner for the tag match on Dynamite this week, I forgot who their opponents were, but Tomohiro Ishii.
The Butcher and the Blade.
That's who it was. Thank you.
How could you forget?
Because that fucking feud is never going to end. And then we got a new AEW signing in Jay Lethal.
Yeah, that was something. That makes it sound like I don't like Jay Lethal. He's cool. I didn't see it. I picked the worst moment possible to have a bathroom break.
Yeah.
Like I waited the whole show waiting for a good moment so I didn't miss a match. I was like, right, okay, I'll take my chance. And I ran away. And then I opened my phone.
I ran.
I ran away to the bathroom. And I opened my phone as I'm opening the bathroom door, and I look at Twitter, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Jay Lethal!" And I'm like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
I could have cried on the bathroom floor.
What did I
He
do?
challenged Sammy Guevara for the TNT championship, and then that was the whole thing. Chop will go into it. And then the main event.
Sorry,
Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page for the AEW World Title. Before, like, you know, the entrances, right? Hangman's entrance was fucking amazing. It was that video package, and he was on the horse, and then you could see the Dark Order running through the Target Center. They're like, "Oh my God, let's go!" And it was so sweet. I was bawling my fucking eyes out in the theater.
Said, "What about?" Go on. Oh, sorry. Go on.
It's fine. And then it was Kenny's entrance, and there was something I want to talk about here. Besides his gear, which looked fucking amazing, as he was getting down to, like, you know, go up the steps, get in the ring, there's somebody in the front row with a golden lovers shirt and a sign that says, "What would Coda think?"
Yeah, that was very
and
good.
Like, yeah, and the camera stays on Kenny for a second. He's just looking like, if looks could kill, like, daggers would be thrown through that person's heart because of how, like, hard of a death stare he was giving that fucking sign. And I was like, you know, like, I want Coda in AEW already. And then the match happened, and then, oh my God, it was so good. And then the Bucks came out, and I was like, oh fuck, the Bucks are gonna fucking do some dumb shit. But then you could see, like, as Hangman was preparing for the first buckshot to Kenny, Nick was about to go for his leg, and then he stopped. And he just kind of, like, stepped back a little bit. And it was like, what the fuck is going on? And then, so Hangman hits the first buckshot, and then he gets prepared for the second one, and he looks down. Matt and Nick have gone to the other side, and that's when Matt nods at Hangman to do the buckshot. And then, you know, 1, 2, 3, we have a new AEW World Champion in Hangman Adam Page. Tears were shed. I will say that. Was
one of the best moments in a while.
Absolutely. One of the best long-term stories to ever come out of professional wrestling.
It was very good. Very, very good. Enjoyed the whole thing. Now, I don't know if the match was 5.5 stars good, but it was a great moment, and you know that was what it was.
I'm surprised. That one honestly went a little short for me.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I mean, yeah. I guess it just what you wanted going in.
We have our winner on the predictions. Okay, we'll go through. No, we'll go through from bottom to top here. Okay. Well.
Okay.
Shut up. So on the very bottom of the pile, there's Kyle with 4 points.
Thank God.
And just on top of Kyle with also 4 points is Jabroni Raviolis.
Wow.
I think I've counted that right. Yeah, I have. Okay. And then on 5, we have well, I watched the show with Aiden, so I took his predictions. It's okay. He was on 5 anyway. And then also on 5 was Juan and Dre. And then on 7 was Chris, myself, and Chop.
Damn.
And then the winner with 9 points, Lanab Explosions.
Acknowledge me, motherfuckers.
I don't want it.
What did What
I'm
did Alex?
basking in my glory right now.
Well,
Who gives a shit?
Alex was on like 2 or something, but I can't make out most of his answers because they're all like, ratio plus YB beta. So my answer to him,
By default.
yeah, what I put in the the total column was 0 plus Alex sucks plus YB beta. So uh
What, Young Bucks?
yeah, Young Bucks beta,
Young.
yeah.
What do I get for winning?
A sinking feeling as you realize
Yeah,
that none of this means anything.
That's a good reference there, Daniel.
Yeah. Much like all the Norm Macdonald jokes, only Shop and I get that one.
You dirty dog.
Yeah, dirty dog.
You dirty dog.
I said you dirty dog.
Why are you laughing? It was a tragedy.
Yeah.
Walk through blood and bone. I had to go on Dynamite and walk through blood and guts.
I had to walk through full gear.
Sorry, where were you at the time?
What was the next show? Was it Raw or NXT? What do you want to do?
That's Chris's thing, but he isn't here, so no one cares about the Fed.
Well, okay. Does anyone have any? I'll skim through this review and see if there's.
I didn't watch Raw.
Anything worth a damn in here.
Gonna loudly eat my apple while you try and read it.
Yeah. The only thing from was that they replaced Rey Mysterio with Austin Theory on the Survivor Series team, which just the week after they were like, all former world champs, and they replaced Rey with fucking like 24-year-old Austin Theory, and fucking idiot. And then,
POV, you are watching the Limp Bizkit Sucks Needle Drop review.
Oh shit! I forgot to do that. I'll do that at some point. On NXT, Tony beat Dexter Lumis, which was cool. Legato beat up Zion Quinn. And they set up War Games. So it's going to be Dakota and Toxic Attraction versus Raquel, Ia, Cora Jade, and Mystery Force Person.
Mrs. Vacant, duh.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be Zoe Stark because she's injured, so I don't know who it's going to be. Maybe Saray. And then Dynamite. Okay, stop.
Oh, sure, okay, yeah. It's a good one.
So
Dynamite. We care now.
Yes, Dynamite. So what they did there, because it was a big taping thing, they taped some Dark Elevation before and then Rampage after. So Dark Elevation was interesting because I don't watch it. But Tony Nese beat a jobber, but the crowd was very behind the jobber. He was all right. He was fun.
Perhaps the jobber was a native of Richmond, Virginia. That's the wrong one. Norfolk, Virginia was the one you were at, of course.
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Same fucking state. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Well, yeah. That happened. Who was it? The Hobbs and Ricky Starks beat a jobber team. There was a big.
I want the other one. The other one.
There was a big women's six-woman tag. It was like Chris Statlander, Layla Hurt, and Rhea whatever the fuck.
Rhea Mizunami.
Yes, versus a bunch of it was against all those women that are on Dark all the time, like the Bunny.
The Bunny.
What else? What else happened? There was some other shit that. Oh yeah. There was a really weird match. There was the last one they taped. It was Wheeler Yuta versus Serpentico, and for some godforsaken reason, Luther was not there with Serpentico, which upset me. But it was weird because like Wheeler Yuta came out with like Chuck Taylor and Statlander, and they had like the little things they had for Ishii later. They were like, whatever. But Serpentico, I don't think I've ever seen a full Serpentico match, like a singles match. And I don't know what he was doing, because all he was doing was playing to the fucking crowd for like half of it, and it was kind of shit. Like, I don't know what he was doing, but Wheeler Yuta won. And then Dynamite, a whole bunch of shit happened on Dynamite. If I can fucking remember it. The Hangman celebration was very fun. That
was cool.
That was a very cool moment.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room with that fucking segment really quick?
What?
I mean, I wouldn't really call it an elephant in the room, but just something like, so I was driving, right? I had to go to work on the night of Dynamite, and I told myself I'm not going to miss this at all.
I hope
I'm not
you
going to
weren't
miss.
using your phone while driving.
I'm getting to that. So I got through a little bit of the celebration. Then I got in my car. I got my Bluetooth thing in, and I was watching Dynamite. And that's when like Bryan Danielson came out and was like, "Oh,
For him.
yeah, I'm kind of surprised and disappointed that it's not Kenny Omega." And then like Hangman was like, "Yeah, because I beat his ass." And then Bryan Danielson ridiculed Hangman for the celebration because he was like, "Oh, you're just over here flapping your gums and you're not competing like I did." And this motherfucker says, "When I won the world championship at WrestleMania,
Oh, yeah.
I wrestled the very next day. I almost swerved my car into the other lane." I was like, did this motherfucker just say WrestleMania on AEW programming?
Well, that's what happens when you drive under the influence of Hangman Adam Page.
And what a sweet what?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That happened. The crowd made a
Did not.
very audible like whoa noise when he said that. They also chanted cowboy shit like a million times. It was very loud. That happened. Danielson fought Evil Uno. The crowd chanted Uno shit, which was very, very funny. That was a good match.
Also, someone pointed out on Twitter, Danielson said he was gonna he's gonna run through the Dark Order, and someone pointed out on Twitter that they're the next 3 or 4 Dynamites are in hometowns of members of the Dark Order.
I have the screenshot, yeah. So next week Danielson is facing Colt Cabana in Chicago.
Hey Colt Cabana, how you doing?
There it is. And then they're going to Georgia, which is Five's hometown. And then the show after that is going to be in Long Island, which is where John Silver is from.
So they're all going to die.
Let's hope Johnny is hungry for no pun.
I
went into that blind.
I remembered another Dark Elevation. It was Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and 10 versus some jobbers, and the crowd was very, very happy for John Silver. It was fun.
Nice.
There was MJF. He came out and he made at the beginning he did the South, the Southerner joke, but they run in Georgia pretty often, which is considerably further south than Virginia. I don't know why out of all places he did that there, but whatever. And then CM Punk showed up, which I popped a lot for that. And he just didn't say anything, which was fun. That whole bit. What else happened? The main event was the TNT title match with Guevara and Lethal. That was very good. Enjoyed that a lot. Earlier there was the Nyla versus Hikaru Shida match, which was also very good, and and Hikaru hit Vicky Guerrero with the little stick thing, and that was fun. Because Vicky Guerrero, right, is so fucking loud. Like, I could hear her from where I was. She's so loud. It's outrageous.
What, without a microphone?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Dante and Leo beat the Acclaimed, which was good, and the Acclaimed had the line, "We're in Virginia, but both of y'all are virgins," which was funny. It was a good match, and Lio Rush is he's not human, dude. I don't know how the fuck he does that. It's insane. Got to see Taz as well. He was there. Hook.
You got to see Hook in real life.
You got to see Hook.
Well, I saw him before, but whatever.
Can never be too many times.
Yeah. What else happened on Dynamite? I don't remember anything else, but it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. Before Dynamite, after Dynamite, like Tony Khan showed up a few times. This fucker has to be on coke. Like he just is off his ass constantly. Like he twitches around a lot. His eyes are real big, and he's like, "This rampage is going to be one of the best rampages ever." And it wasn't, but
proceeds
It's
to make a
funny
bang
you mentioned
average rampage.
because I remembered something that happened on Dynamite.
right,
Darby Gunn. Darby Allin has been
yeah.
Darby
Darby
I can't
Gunn.
fucking talk. Darby Allin is now feuding with Billy Gunn, and that's one of the matches on Rampage.
Yeah, so I can
I'm
go.
an ass man.
I can do a rampage, guys. Go ahead and spoil it because I'm from the future. So there were 3 matches on the card. The first was Billy Gunn versus Darby Allin, and it fucking sucked. It was the worst match out of any of the shows that night because Billy Gunn is so fucking slow, and all he did was just throw Darby around the outside and had the 2 younger Gun Club guys just kind of like yelling a lot. It was bad. And then Darby
The 2 younger guys being his fucking children.
Yeah, and then Darby hit 2 coffin drops on him and won. But then Billy just beat him and Sting up afterwards, so it didn't fucking matter. Like it was the stupidest shit ever.
Sorry, John Morrison is still on the WWE Shop Superstars page.
And they chanted like "Ass Man" or "Mr. Ass." They chanted that at him.
Because that Danhausen has popularized that.
They chanted "Ass Boys" a few times. They did he
was actually called Mr. Ass.
Yeah, Billy did the DX thing like twice.
He had it on his gear, right across his behind.
Mr. Ass.
It used to say Mr. Ass.
Yes, that is what happened. Yes. So that was that.
Yeah, I'm an ass.
And then another thing that happened on Dynamite, other than that, was the scum of the earth. Well, shut the fuck up. The scum of the earth. MJF cut a promo. He's just sucking his own dick basically, and then he was basically like,
"I've heard it's difficult."
Shut up. He was just saying, "Oh, nobody compares to me," blah blah blah, and then CM Punk's music.
Yeah, I talked about that.
That was cool.
What? Yeah, and then what? You keep cutting out.
No, I was just saying I already talked about that bit, but okay.
What? You did?
Yes, I did.
Stop saying what, because every time you do it, I get this like impulse in my little monkey brain to go, what?
Huh?
And I have to fight it every single time. Stop doing it.
What?
What? Anyway.
What?
Then there was it was Jade Cargill.
Mommy.
I was waiting for that. Jade Cargill versus Red Velvet. Red Velvet waved at me. That was very fun.
Red Velvet acknowledges the Chop Block show.
Yeah, so
big fan.
Big fan. She 3 times is. That was a thing. It was an alright match. I mean, Jade won. It was kind of obvious, but it was fine. And then the main event was
oh my god.
It was Adam Cole and Robert Fish versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. It was a good match, but after like fucking 5 hours of wrestling, it was kind of like, get on with it. But it was a fine match. I enjoyed it. It was a good match. And then at the end, the Bucks came out on the ramp and they were like, antagonizing them, and then Christian came out with the chair and chased the Bucks out, and Adam Cole ran out with them, so he left Fish alone in the ring, and they hit him with their thing and won. And that was that. So Rampage was like okay, but like don't watch the first 20 minutes of it.
Okay, good. No, I can't put this podcast out until late. I'm gonna spoil it.
Yeah, so that's the week, I guess.
Looking through WWE shop, for Christmas, should I buy Hendrix an Austin 316 dog collar?
Yes.
Yeah, the other options on sale are the Sasha Banks standard blueprint dog collar.
No.
Bailey, know your role model dog collar. The Undertaker, it's my yard dog collar.
Yeah, they had
the Raw Women's Championship dog collar. Oh, there's an NWO Wolfpack one. That's pretty cool. I can get one that's the junkyard dog.
So okay, so when was the last time we did ranked?
It's been a while.
A while.
Do we want to do that this week or no?
What would we do is the question.
Transition. So we're gonna do a ranked, aren't we?
First in a while.
Yeah, it's been a sweet minute. The shop came up with the idea of, because we've already done our Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, I think, at some point, or at least something very similar, but they were all men. So we're gonna do our Mount Rushmore of women's wrestlers. Lana's going first.
Hi. Okay. I honestly might no. Okay, so my Mount Rushmore of women's wrestlers is Trish Stratus, Mickie James,
Okay.
Becky Lynch,
Okay.
and Charlotte Flair.
We don't have the same list.
We do, but it's interesting. So yours was Trish, Mickie, Becky, Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is, right, get ready for this, Alexa Blaze.
Okay.
Because she was the only good women's wrestler they had before like 98.
Is the next one the Fabulous Moolah?
No. Just saying, because she held up that division when nobody else cared.
Mae Young,
Alundra Blaze, Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Bow down.
Mine is Trish Stratus, Lita, Sasha Banks. I know that's gonna grind some gears, and Becky Lynch.
Yeah. See, I struggled. I did wrestle.
If I had to carve like a fifth, slightly smaller face off to the right hand side of that Mount Rushmore, it would probably be Bailey. But
you put all of the horsewomen over Charlotte.
Yeah.
Really? Like, actually?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
Oh, how come though?
I
like,
could
you seriously say that Bailey has done more for women's wrestling than Charlotte?
Not for women's wrestling as a whole.
Charlotte wrestled that 30-minute Iron Man Classic against Sasha Banks.
Well, I don't know.
I just enjoy her performing more.
I know. I was viewing it
great.
Comprehensive thing. Like, I was looking at it more than I was.
Oh, all right. I was just looking at who I liked more.
Based. See, should we do the Survivor Series predictions?
Christ, yeah, that's 2 days away, isn't it?
Well, okay, so
all right, I'll make a table if I have to.
Are we? I don't know. We don't have to do this day in wrestling, because I feel like that's kind of too much for this.
Yeah.
I mean,
you see,
if we're gonna forego the segment
When
Here's what we'll do. I will do my my Limp Bizkit review, and then at the end we'll do our predictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make the table while you're talking about Still Sucks.
And before we do the cut, since we're not doing an actual bit for this day in wrestling, the Shield had their 9-year anniversary this week.
Yes, happy marriage to all of them.
Happy marriage, yeah. Happy anniversary.
Which one's the 9th
Mazel tov.
anniversary? Is that like what's that?
9 years, Daniel.
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember. My parents divorced like right after 10 years.
Technically,
okay, cool.
Anyway, so transition. Hi everyone, Anthony Choptano here, internet's busiest wrestling reviewer, and it's time for another review of the new Limp Bizkit album, Still Sucks. Bang. So this is the new album from this group that Daniel likes, and I took the habit a few weeks
Best
ago.
band in the world.
Yeah, a few weeks ago I went through the album, which isn't really that long. It's only like 30-something minutes, but I listened to the whole thing. I gave my thoughts on every track, and yeah, so that'll be what this is. So track 1, Out of Style. I thought this was a fine track. I really liked the heavy guitar back sections of it. The quieter bits of the song kind of don't hold up, which is kind of a common theme for Fred Durst. But I I like the heavier parts of the song than the lighter, but it's still a good song. I enjoy it. Track 2, you've got Dirty Rotten Biscuit. It's a pretty basic track, all things considered, but it was pretty good. It's kind of you could say, a standard Limp Bizkit song. It's pretty solid. Enjoyed it for what it was. Third song, Dad Vibes. This one was the first one to come out.
That was the single, yeah.
Yeah. This is a fun song. It's kind of like the last one. It's not anything too crazy, but it is a good song. It's pretty fun. The fourth one, Turn It Up, Bitch. It's kind of a weird one. I don't really I like the bass line on it, and the kind of issue is Fred. Again, his vocals are kind of weird on this one. I don't know what he was going for, but didn't really hit maybe as well as he thought it would. Track 5, Don't Change. It's an acoustic song, which is always odd from them. Like, they're not always bad, but it's not necessarily their bread and butter, you know what I'm saying? It's a pretty fine, there's not anything too wild about it. It's kind of a standard acoustic song, but also with Limp Bizkit, that's not necessarily what you would come for, is the acoustic tracks. Uh, then you get to the weird part, which is the middle of this album, which I feel like this album really peaks at the beginning and the end. The middle is a bit strange. So there's a song that's called "You Bring Out the Worst in Me," which kind of sounds like a Linkin Park demo. Like, it's odd. I don't know what they were going for here. I don't think whatever it was worked too well, and I kind of wish they wouldn't, because it's not their thing. Whatever they were going for here, like, they're not. There's a different type of metal, from Limp Bizkit metal to Linkin Park metal, and they probably should stick with what they're better at. Track 7 is Love the Hate, which isn't even really a song. It's just Fred talking over a over a guitar line, and it's odd. Like, it's not even really a song. It's just Fred Durst talking about the haters, which is always interesting for a band that hasn't dropped an album in 10 years. I don't really think you have active haters at that point, but whatever, Fred. Uh, Track 8 is Barnacle, which I thought it kind of sounded like a Ween song at certain points. It I didn't really. It's a short one. There's not a lot to it, but it's another one of those things where they kind of try and do something that's kind of out of their element, and not out of their element, but you just don't go to Limp Bizkit for, like, their nautical tracks. You know what I'm saying? This one, track 9, Empty Hole, right? And the note I have for this is, it's an acoustic track, but it sounds like something that will come on a hard rock alternative radio station in like 2008. And I also said, or it sounds like an Onision song.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
which is a comment. It is weird. It sounds like an Onision song. Yeah, number 10 is Pill Popper, which is kind of where the album starts to pick back up again towards the end. It's kind of like the ones from the beginning. It's a good song. It's more to their strengths. It does well. Track 11 is Snacky Poo.
That's my favorite track on the whole thing, the whole album.
The first half of it is a song, which is all right, and the second half is just whatever the fuck that was.
It's like a mock radio interview with Wes Borland.
Yeah, I didn't.
Where the interviewer is like super enthusiastic, and the bit is that Wes Borland doesn't want to be there.
Yeah,
I think it's my favorite song on the whole album.
Yeah, I liked the first half of it. I don't know what the fuck the second half was. That's kind of my thought on that. And then the last track, number 12, Goodbye, which is unironically my favorite song on the album. because I talked about the whole time about how they do some things that aren't necessarily to their strengths. And this one is probably the furthest out there because it sounds like a Justin Timberlake song from 15 years ago. But at the same time, I think it's good because it's just like catchy and it's really like basic, but it's a good song. I like it. That inner, like I was telling you guys the other day, that inner 2000s track.
Emo bitch.
Yeah, the inner thing of that is still there for this. So I thought this was good. So my overall review. Yeah. What? Okay, I don't know. So my overall review for it. The album starts good and ends good, but the whole middle part of it is kind of hit or miss with what they're doing. I think the beginning of it is very good. They kind of throw some acoustic stuff in there, which is a bit odd, but not bad. Then they start getting weird with like the Ween track and whatever the fuck that was. That one about Fred just talking the whole time. That was kind of odd. But then the end of it kind of picks up again, and I think it's a pretty strong end of the album after the few tracks before of it. If they're going to make another album at some point, I would just tell them to kind of stick with what they were doing. That was well. I think I like that they're kind of trying to reach out a bit, be more ambitious, but at the same time, I kind of think at this point in their careers, it's probably not the best time to try and be weird. It's probably better for them to just stick with what they're good at. So overall, I thought this was a decent album. Gave it a 6 out of 10. A light 6. Transition. Did you like this album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best. What should I review next? Over there is the subscribe button to the Cobra Twist podcast. You should click that. Hit the notification bell as well. Follow me on Instagram, please. My name is Cry.
Gasp.
Follow that shoot name.
Woo! You hear that? That's the shoot name alarm, everyone.
And Chop Block Show, Limp Bizkit, Forever.
Still sucks, baby.
Yeah.
We all just need a snacky poo.
Indeed.
It should be an intro one week. Actually, we should recreate the last half of Snacky Poo.
Jesus.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't listened to that album since it came out, and we did the listening party.
All right. Okay. Well, you should. I have a table.
You are the table.
But are
the table.
God damn it,
Lulu.
Listen to that album. Actually, that's a good point. What have we been listening to this week?
Fuck. What did I listen to this week? Let me go back. I listened to Hangman's Tale an
And that's it.
incredible, unholy amount of times. As well as I listened to 30 by Adele. Broke my goddamn heart
I
a
haven't
lot.
listened to that yet.
Just like those little like mortar and pestle things where you just, grind little spices or whatever. That's how it feels for a whole fucking hour. Just heartbreak.
Can't be that bad.
Because there's this one song. I think it's the third track. It's called My Little Love. So while she's like in this, like this whole album is just a concept of her explaining to her son divorce and why she divorced the father of their child.
Right.
So, in this one called My Little Love, she's explaining both in song and in these little like voice notes. You could like hear the kid talking like, "Mommy, what's going on?" And then like she's just literally in fucking tears by the end of the song because of how hard it is to explain divorce to however old the kid is, which is not very old. So, Adele doesn't know that I exist. Right?
Right.
This entire album made it felt like she did, and she knew my struggles, and it just felt like she was speaking right fucking to me. So, and the thing about this is I wasn't even high, so it doesn't even hit as hard as it should have.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have a second pass on that one.
But overall, great album. Honestly, I won't be surprised if this goes down in history as one of her best.
I think what else is new this week?
I'm glad you listened to something memorable. I listened to 808s and Heartbreak by Kanye West.
on my album thing, I had it's been like a whole. I had Second Helping by Lynyrd Skynyrd. Riding with the King by BB King and Eric Clapton. Holy Hell by Architects. That's a damn good album. That got 9 out of 10.
Holy shit.
If you've never listened to Architects before, it's an excellent experience. Seriously. Into the Outdoor, which was Led Zeppelin's last studio album. I got a 6.5.
Oof.
The Last Days of Oakland by the fantastic one.
What the MF Doom guy?
Sure. That got 9 out of 10. Again, really good album. And then today's was Howlin' Wolf by Howlin' Wolf. No, that was yesterday. Today's was Jericho Sirens by
Jericho.
Yeah.
Today's track was Weezer by Weezer.
Also, what I was listening to was the new Exodus album that came out today. That's a really good album. Oh, you brought one.
Okay. But yeah, last night I said in chat how 30 was going to be my Joker.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. And I don't know if I touched on it on last week's episode, but
one of the cupcakes that we made. They're very good.
What kind of cake is it and what kind of frosting?
Well, it's just like a plain cupcake.
Is it red velvet? But
and it has like chocolate butter icing on it. It's excellent.
Oh, that sounds really good.
It's like regular butter icing with chocolate in it. So it's it's very good. But yeah, the new Exodus album's very good. I was going to do a little pseudo review on it.
So is Red Taylor's version. I'm gonna talk over you because you hate Taylor Swift.
The title track of Persona Non Grata is very good. That's a damn good one. The Beatings Will Continue Until Morale Improves is a very, very fun song. I would go as far as saying it's the best thrash metal track I've heard that was released in the last 10 years.
Interesting.
I would put it above everything that was on Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
That is saying something.
Yeah, it's good. Slipping Into Madness, another good song. Prescribing Horror is
me win.
That's a rough one to listen to because it hits kind of close. Yeah, the years of death and dying, as depressing as it sounds, it's a fun song. Clickbait. Yeah, I feel like they've gone a little bit gone particularly political in this one, which I mean, fair enough. Fun album. I'm feeling 7.5. You can talk about Taylor Swift now. I'm gonna eat this cupcake.
Red Taylor's version was released. So what Taylor's doing is because so in I want to say 2018, around that time, the company she had recorded all of her albums with, Big Machine Records, was sold to scum of the earth Scooter Braun, who is a very big name in the music industry, manages a lot
Braun
of.
Breaker.
Shut the fuck up.
Braun Strowman.
He's big. He manages people like Ariana Grande. He managed Justin
He's
Bieber at
big.
one point.
Yeah, I know. He's like 7 feet tall.
He says the one Survivor Series with Triple H.
He's the monster among men.
Yeah, among. Oh,
Sus?
sus,
Sussy?
sussy,
Monster among us.
You guys are like my little brothers right now. Can you shut the fuck up for 1 second?
Please don't say that. I don't like the implications of that.
Thank you.
What?
Laura. Thank you.
I don't. A lot of what I'm saying there is I don't want to be related to you.
Wow. Jesus.
Gonna eat my cupcake.
Ow! I'm sad now. What the fuck? Anyways. So, when Big Machine Records was sold to Scooter Braun, so were all of Taylor Swift's masters. So, the original recordings of all of those albums.
Right.
And Taylor, rightfully so, was fucking pissed because she couldn't get them back. And there's absolutely no way for her to get them back. So, what she did is they had a little legal battle, whatnot, and Taylor was given permission to re-record all of her albums. She has to wait a little longer for the more recent ones of Reputation and Lover, I believe. No, I think it's just Reputation. And then Lover from then on she owns. So in fucking, what was it, April, she re-released Fearless. And on each of these albums, not only is she like putting the re-recordings on it, but she's taking songs that were originally supposed to be on it and putting those on the re-recorded album. So she did that with Fearless, and then Red just came out. Fucking amazing. She put out the 10-minute version of what I would consider her magnum opus to be in All Too Well. This is the song that I got Daniel to listen to. And he liked it.
Wow.
I know. It was crazy. Absolutely fucking bonkers, right? So, I mean, the All Too Well, it's a 10-minute version of literally her best song, so it is twice as good. Just fucking magnificent. And then the other standout from the vault songs for me are I Bet You Think About Me and Nothing New. Again, like Red is absolutely one of her best albums, so I'm really happy this got the re-recorded treatment. As far as what the next one is going to be, it's either going to be 1989 or Speak Now. I really hope that it's Speak Now so that we can get the re-recorded Dear John, which is the song that Taylor Swift made after her breakup with one John Mayer.
Oh.
John Leno.
God damn it. But yeah, I really hope that we get to hear re-recorded Dear John as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm not, the biggest Taylor Swift fan, but I have a relationship with a white woman, so she is big on all this. She'll enjoy the Taylor Swift discussion whenever she listens to this.
I
White
am not
woman,
a huge
if you're
fan.
hearing this, hello. Nobody gives a shit that you're not a fucking fan of Taylor Swift.
Let
Shut
me
the fuck
finish
up.
what I'm saying.
No.
She appreciated all the love on her. She's loves all that.
Oh.
Hey, I was about to be nice about Taylor Swift, but you know what? Now you don't get it.
No, say it.
No. I was actually going to tell you that I might listen to the album because Anthony Fantano said it was quite good.
Oh shit!
And that's
You know
the
what?
only
You know
reason you're
what?
going to listen
You
to it.
know
You
what?
are
No.
so white.
Look, okay. After all the Fantano shit, right? I can't trust him anymore for the sole reason that he gave the Silk Sonic album a 7.
What?
A 7.
A 7?
That shit was a 9, dog.
Oh my god.
I only really watch him as like a half a joke.
No, I mean I don't. I only watch the ones that I care about. I don't care about fucking Aphex Twin.
Yeah, I don't watch albums that I haven't listened to, so
Yeah.
I go back and watch like the ones on some of my favorite albums. Whew, whew. He was not nice to Metallica.
Is anybody?
Woo-wee.
Not a big
Uh,
Louis.
not anymore. Dave Mustaine used to be nice to them.
No.
Look how that turned out.
And one morning in New York, he got woken up and told he had a ticket for a Greyhound bus.
Oh my.
Basically.
But yeah, I was gonna say I might check it out. I could be convinced to listen to it now that I've been told it's like half decent. That one song you forced me to listen to was okay. I did enjoy it a little bit.
You had higher praise, but okay.
It hurts me to say I did enjoy it a little bit.
You hear that? You hear that, viewers?
It's on video now.
I edit this. We'll see how I'm feeling when
I was
it
just
comes
about to
to
say,
the
like,
edit.
you fucking have creative control.
Yeah,
So
we'll see how it feels. But this is your reminder. Music labels are evil. So
evil,
very
evil,
evil.
not nice.
But not nice. Just evil. Speaking of, my Danhausen pedal is in the UK.
Yay!
It might show up probably Monday now by this point. So
Very nice.
can't wait. But not evil. Very, very nice. There'll be a video on my Instagram of that at some point, I imagine.
If you don't play with it as soon as you take it out of the packaging, I feel like you might be cursed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn how to play tequila before it gets here. So that can be the first thing I play through it. Just plug it in. But I have a table here. I am not one, however. But for Survivor Series, and I think we should do some predictions for it. So
I guess.
Transition. So okay, I stole the card from CBS News.
Oh man, I thought it was gonna be Bleacher Report.
It's not Bleacher Report, unfortunately. CBS was the first one I clicked on. But if I miss anything, I'll be sure to add it to the table. So we're gonna start with Roman Reigns versus Big E Langston.
Roman.
Yeah, I'm thinking Roman here, unless there's some sort of technicality with the disqualification.
Yeah, I'm saying Roman too.
Yeah.
I just don't think I'm not putting it on screen this week because that was a pain in my behind to edit. So
But what about the viewers?
What
I
about
don't care about the viewers?
Oh my god. Don't
You're
shoot.
just like Vince.
Just like Vince McMahon.
Yes, you are the Vince McMahon of this podcast.
Am I?
Yes.
You dirty dog.
You dirty dog.
Battle axe. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch.
I'm gonna go with
Montreal
neither.
Screwjob. Seriously though, we all know how unkind Survivor Series is to Raw every single fucking year.
Yeah. SmackDown.
So
remember when Raw swept SmackDown?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
But I honestly think this might end in a DQ. Like,
Yeah.
that is my official prediction, is
My
that there will
prediction-
not be a winner, and that it is going to be a fucking screw job, and I'm gonna fucking hang myself at the end of the night! Sorry.
Yeah, my prediction isn't for anyone specific to win. It's just for the finish to be stupid.
I'm gonna say a dumb finish, but with Charlotte winning.
Wow, that's your decision.
That was me typing out shenanigans there. The men's Team Raw versus the men's Team SmackDown, which I will read out to you now. That is Team Raw is Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley versus Team SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, Xavier Woods, Jeff Hardy, Happy Corbin, and one to be announced.
I'm gonna go with Team SmackDown because they have a mystery member.
Yeah.
Same.
Who do we think the mystery member is going to be?
No idea. CM
Punk.
Ridge Holland.
Tony Khan.
Adam Pacitti.
Bebe.
You love it.
You love it.
Tomohiro Ishii. I forgot to bring that up in Dynamite. That was very, very fun to see him. After all the New Japan,
Women's Team Raw versus Women's Team SmackDown, which is Raw is Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Zelina Vega versus Sasha Banks, Shotzi Blackheart, Shayna Baszler, Natalia, and one to be announced.
That's
I'm gonna go.
Oh, is it? I guess they're behind.
Yeah, I'm going Raw.
Yeah, I was also going to go
I'm going to go with Team Raw because of all the animosity with Team SmackDown. Plus, there's the match between Sasha and Shotzi tonight.
Yeah, also, Raw has, way more weight to it than the SmackDown team, which has Natalia on it.
Hey, we don't have to bring that into it.
Well, that's not what I meant, but, yeah, I don't know. Also, fun thing for me that I didn't realize, that I saw Jeff and Matt Hardy within the span of a week, but on different shows.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw Christian, but no Edge, because he's on Raw, because he's a loser.
Be nice.
Funnily enough, neither Dudley Boy was on either show, which I was a bit surprised by.
That's a shame. The Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura versus Damian Priest. Yeah, okay.
Damian Priest. Yeah, Shinsuke sucks. No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
But Shinsuke has not a chance in hell of winning this match.
Yeah, Damian.
I'm going Shinsuke.
Are you for real?
Yes. We don't cap here.
That means lie.
Yeah, exactly.
The gay community.
Ew.
Yes.
Wow.
Two very different reactions there. My goodness.
No, Dan, you're on their team now.
Oh no. No, I'm not.
As Nick Jackson once said,
straight as an arrow. That's a reference. That we have never made before. RK Bro versus the Usos.
RK.
Fuck, I don't know.
The reason I say RK Bro is because the Usos lost. They lose way more often than you think they do. I don't think this loss matters at all.
Yeah.
I'll go with RK Bro.
I'll
go with the RK part of RK Bro, not the bro part. Yeah. Fuck you, Matt Riddle. Suck badass dick and choke
if they lose, then Roman's gonna be mad. But they lose all the time, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Is that it?
I think so. That's all
TBS.
God, there's nothing on that
It's a
card.
remarkably light show.
Oh,
I'll check. There's no need to bring that into it. I'll check. Bleacher Report. I can't see Bleacher Report.
oh, they blocked you.
No, I just can't see the website.
The IP blocked you.
Oh no, there it is.
One of my friends got IP blocked from editing Wikipedia pages.
Yep,
that was silly, wasn't it?
it's a pretty based move.
According to WWE.com. So straight from the horse's mouth. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown men's, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown women's. The women's champion matches. Match. The men's champions match. The tag champions match and the mid card champions match. Yeah, that's it.
Huzzah!
6 whole matches.
Fun card.
Which one ends up on the pre-show?
I don't think there's going to be a pre-show.
Thank fuck.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, AEW managed to cram how many matches into the same time frame?
10.
Many.
10 matches. And what was it? Like a
4 or 5 hour span.
4-hour show.
Yes.
Then Survivor Series is gonna end up being what, like 5 hours?
2 minutes.
And they've got 6 matches.
Yes.
So they're all gonna be like 40-minute classics.
Basically.
Worthy of the Tokyo Dome, correct? There will be no fluff and or filler.
And Dave will give them all 8 stars.
There will all be 9-star matches, 10 in the Tokyo Dome, brother.
Exactly.
And the world peace will be around the world. Israel and Palestine will make friends. World hunger will be no more. All because of Survivor Series 2021.
Yes.
And that's the moral to remember here. That no matter what adversity you face in the world, it will all be solved by watching WWE. Thank you for watching the Cobra Twist podcast. Remember, have a snacky poo. Good evening.
Stay kind, everyone. We'll catch you in the next one. Salute the flag. I mean, not really, but Black Power as always. Is that it?
Bing bong.
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
You see these dogs in your front yard? That means upstairs I'm going hard. Bing bong.
Who's the president?
How about that Joe Byron?
Byron. Who's the president? Cameron.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
What do you want to tell Joe Byron right now? What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
What do you want to tell Hangman Adam Page right now?
Redacted.
Donda, put it into Honda.
What do you want to tell Hangman Adam Page right now? Donda.
I want a big booty cowboy.
Good night.
Bing bong.